I started the hunt for Prapor's whiskey at the USEC camps. That's my whiskey quest item. Finding one quickly, but as I moved through the next 2 camps, I realized they'd already been looted. If the looter had my whiskey, I'd need to track them down and reclaim it. I also knew that since I came from the front camp, and they hit the radio tower already, that Sunken Village would have to be their next destination. And wouldn't you know, our target appeared as expected. Adjusting our plans, it was now a duo. I maintained as much cover as I could to get an angle and send a few suppressed shots at the first PMC.
You shoot him, not me.
Too easy. I was worried the second PMC would take cover and be more difficult to find, but he just kind of wandered out in front of me and tried to take cover on my side of the village. Thanks, bud. You really saved me some time.
Where you going?
And this is what I'm against.
That's actually the suppressor I use. .33 is good. I just left the Sunken Village when shots rang out behind me. I figured I'd take a quick look, loop back around, and found a lost PMC having a tough time against the scavs. I quickly put him out of my misery and was back on my way. Next, I headed toward the village. Another great spot for whiskey for Prapor, but heard some shots and decided to play it safe and circle back to the main road. Got about as close as close could be. These shots were suppressed, and I was fully anticipating a juiced up Chad to come strolling down the road like he owns the place. There's no dead scavs. I feel like we're just getting like audio from across them. Oh.
Instead, an almost perfectly camouflaged naked pistol Timmy was creeping down the road. I let him know the woods were no place for a Timmy, and went and grabbed some table loot from the area, and made my way toward the lumber mill. The 3 huts at the mill, as well as the tables at Emercom, are great locations for whiskey, and I knew I'd want to hit them both. Still deciding on Emercom or the huts in the mill, gunshots ahead made my decision easy for me. Scanning the area, I was a bit surprised to see a PMC just standing out in the middle of the field. And with some incredible spider sense, he ducked my shots. And we got him. Unsure of who he was fighting, I crept around, hoping for any remaining PMCs to reveal themselves.
Is he running in here? Better men than you have tried.
It worked, and with some goofy terrain movement and a bit of cat and mouse, we put him down. Now, looting in the middle of a field isn't ideal, so I quickly took stock of the second kill's loot and decided against the first, as it would leave me too exposed. Instead, the best course of action to me was to simply leave and make my way to the mill. Relatively quiet on arrival, I was happy to have the huts all to myself, and then Shturman had to show up and ruin it. Naturally, I repaid the favor, and decided he and the guards would have to go. Oh, I can't see you. That looked like one to me.
Oh my god. What are the keys here? Where's your boss? We're in a hurry, dude. People are coming.
Not that much of a hurry! You're not dead? Not the safest or cleanest fight, but surprisingly 545 got the job done. Paranoid, I grabbed the loot that looked safe and figured it was time to get the hell out. I knew other players would have heard the SVD, so I gave the mill a wide berth. Funny enough, an airdrop was just sitting in a field up ahead. In my experience, these have almost exclusively been traps set to snipe players. But for science, I had to investigate. And surprisingly, unlooted. No shots rang out when I hit the box. They say timing is everything, and I tend to agree. I stood up from the airdrop, scanned around, and a clueless PMC came streaming down the hillside in front of me. I'm not sure what he was doing or how he missed an airdrop close enough he could hit it with a rock, but I was happy to take the free kill. Getting late, it was time to take our whiskey and move out. I crossed the street with the intention of hitting the attachment hut on my way out before extracting at the outskirts.
Oh, that's good news.
I scanned around, too much loot to protect, and then heard running up ahead. No teammates making noise. I took a quick look over his loot before moving on.
Okay.
Assuming the coast was clear, I made my way toward extract, still carefully watching behind me for lingering PMCs.
I have my daily quest item on me. We would have gone and gotten a little more fighting at the lumber mill there.
And then, more shots rang out, this time behind me. What appeared to be a solo PMC was camping the rocks waiting for players to come to extract. I decided the best course of action, given the lack of cover near me, would be to simply push the rocks and close the gap, make him face me head on. And then things got a bit out of hand.
Embarrassing.
Instead of a lone solo, shamelessly camping an extract, it was a duo, doing test drive, rocking an M1A and a thermal Reap IR.
Wow, you guys.
Out of space for loot and basically out of ammo, I grabbed a few pieces and decided screw it. Survival trumps greed, and made my way out.
I don't have time. I like his rig. I don't have time. Get hit up but don't die a raid. Boom. It's an M1A. He's doing the test drive quest. But poorly. You're supposed to kill the player when you have a thermal and he's not looking at you and you literally started off shooting him. He forgot that step. But it'll be alright. They had hell of loot too. Oof.
Quest complete. And if you like that video, I got quite a few more on the channel you might also enjoy. And remember, don't be a follower, but do go follow me at twitch.tv/SergeantPrepperTV.